So today I'll be telling you a little bit about Google Forms. I know some of you have Google Classrooms, but I'm just sharing Google Forms, especially with the teachers who you don't have access to devices readily. Your students don't have access to devices readily. So this is easy to create. You can create just a checkup. You can create like a test. You can create like basically anything in there, and it's for any subject at all. And the good thing about it is that you can just send a link to WhatsApp and the kids can just access it readily. So to do this, all you need is just to have a basic personal Gmail account. So here's what you would do first. You would just type regular Google, and then you're going to see, hold on a minute. Sorry, okay. So right here, you'll see these dots that says Google Apps. So you'd click on it and scroll all the way down until you get to Google to Classroom. Selected that. And I have classes here, but what you could do is you would select this plus sign right here and just create your class. This is asking you to, say that you've read and understand everything there. So you're going to select that because you're using your personal account and you're giving your class a name. So Math 102, and you can give it your subject or not. And then voila, there it is. Your class is there. You've created a class. Well, hopefully your internet is way faster than mine, because mine is just getting there slowly. Oh yeah, there you are. So then you're going to classwork. Classwork, create, quiz assignment, and you can create your own assignment, Google Forms, or you can use a blank one. It doesn't matter. Then you give your quiz a name. So in this case, it can be multiplication. I'm just saying something. Can be anything. Then the first thing you want to do is is that you want to ask your kids to write their names. So it could be like, write your first and last name. And make sure it is required. Required means that they cannot submit the task without writing their name, without completing every question that's on the slide. Next, you're going to start putting in your questions. So you're going right here where it says add question, and then you're going to make your question. The good thing about this is that you can copy and paste some questions. So, sometimes you go somewhere and you see some nice questions on, say, a worksheet and you want it, or you have a paper a long time ago or something, and you just want to use those questions. Yes, you can do that. So I've copied it, paste. Sorry. And now I'm going to give them some options to choose from. So it could be 7 pieces. 8, so it's 8 pieces, 210, but you want to make sure that you're saying pieces of fruits or whatever your answer should be. 211. Good. So now that you have your options, you're going to your answer key, and you're going to assign points to your question. So say we're giving that 5 points. You just do 5 points, or you could use these. Give it some points, then you're selecting your answer. And in this case, the answer would be 210. Then this is the part that I love, is the feedback part. So for the person who gets it correct, yeah, excellent, good job, awesome sauce, whatever you want it to be. then we could select this pencil again, and then we're at the incorrect. And this is where you get to teach your students, even though you're not with them. You're telling them that, hey, pay attention, and you can write a nice feedback to your students. So in this case, the feedback is, it's like you're there with them. You're asking them all the questions, all the prompting that you would do in the classroom. You're doing it right now. Did you count the number of bags that Carla has in total? Now, how many pieces of fruit should be in each bag? All of that. And so it will guide them to get the correct answer. And see, that's it. Voila. You're done. And then you could add another question. And it's the same thing. You're adding your question and you're making sure that they're all required. And then you put your question there, whatever your question you want your question to be. And then your answer choice is there. 7, 9, 10, 12. And remember, make sure you go to your answer key. And you can do either one first. You can select your answer and then you're allotting the points. Give your answer feedback here and then you're done. So once you're finished with making your test, you're finished creating your test, you can go to these 3 dots that's right here. You can add your co-workers to it, your colleague. You're on the same grade team and they can come here and edit the form, read it over for you so you're not making mistakes, or they can just add things for you using their own personal emails too. Then you want to go to settings because it's quizzes. You're looking at this. Do you want to release the grade immediately after each submission? Yes, and you're making sure that all of these are checked. Then you're saving it. So now that you're finished with it, you can always send your link. When you go to send, you're going to see this right here, this link thing, and then you're going to just say copy. This now is the link that you will paste in your personal email. You're going to paste it in your personal email. And then what I do is I paste it in my personal email and then I access my email from my phone. And then I would just copy that link and paste it in my WhatsApp. And then I send it to my students. Okay. Here is where you would get your responses. And the beautiful thing about that is your responses, you're going to get your responses there and it is immediate. You have your documentation and everything right here. So you can download the responses, or you can say you want to create a spreadsheet, and I suggest you create a spreadsheet. So what we're going to do is I've sent it to the WhatsApp and I'm just going to select an answer. So I've submitted my answer. Oh, see, I did not even put my first name and it wouldn't allow me to submit it. So let me see. Okay, so I've submitted, send it to my WhatsApp, and so let's see if it will work. Okay, so now that I've sent it to WhatsApp, let's see if this will work, because they're submitting. And yep, you can see right here where it says one response is there. So one person has responded already. And so, yep, the second person has responded. And I can just click on the responses and it will show me a summary telling me, so Sasha Robb has responded, and the Destiny Bailey, they have responded, and it's showing you the question. One person got it correct, 50%. So basically that's what it is showing. everything there. And then you can just create a spreadsheet. And once you create the spreadsheet, what it does is put in the responses here. And I love this. I love this, where it tells you there's a date, the time that it was sent, the score. It tells you the questions that were asked. So for Sasha Robb, this is what she answered. And this is what she answered for the second question. Look at Destiny Bailey. And it's basically telling you everything, so you can actually look at your data too from this spreadsheet, and then you can share it. You can share it with other teachers, with your colleagues too. If say you have joined classes and you're teaching their kids, you can share it with admin. Like, you have your data, and the data doesn't lie. So this is actually something really, really good that you can use in your classroom. If you have any question at all, please feel free to send me a message, inbox me and ask me, and I'll be happy to help you. Please enjoy your day, and remember, each one reach one. Have a good day. Oh, just one thing before I actually leave you now. I'm not sure I did tell you this. If you want to go back to check your data, all you have to do is go here where it says Forms Home, and then you can find all the forms that you have created. And this is the one that we created, multiplication 1, and everything should be there, your responses, everything. So I'm out this time, for real. Enjoy your day, and I hope you've learned something. Bye.